Hello ladies and gents, my name is Thom Gibson, and recently I did a TikTok math project. I want to tell you how I did it and how it went, and even show you some of the projects that the students actually turned in. To give a little bit of context, I did this a few weeks ago during the last weeks of my distance learning school year with my 7th grade pre-algebra class. At that point in distance learning, I was prioritizing engagement over just about anything else. Distance learning had become a bit stale for a lot of the students, and I was looking for something that would be fun and interesting and a unique way for the students to show what they knew in regards to the math content. I got the idea from two other teachers on Instagram, Esther Burnett and Dr. Valerie Jones. Dr. Jones actually posted a few of the examples that her students did, which was really helpful when I introduced my students to the actual project. I had a few actual examples that I could point to, even though her students were high school students and mine were middle school. So I showed those TikToks that Dr. Jones posted on her Instagram as kind of the way to introduce the project. And I told the students that they had to do one of the approved topics. And so I gave them a list of the different topics that we actually learned about this semester. Half of it was done during remote teaching. I told them it had to be between 30 seconds and 60 seconds. The nature of TikTok is a lot of the videos are kind of shorter. Sometimes they're 5 to 10 seconds. And so I said if they had to do more than one TikTok to meet that 30-second minimum, they could do that. Looking back on it now, I think I would extend it up to 3 minutes because not every student had a TikTok and not every student actually did a TikTok style video. Some of them just did a regular video where they were showing what they knew about a specific math concept, and it was maybe 2.5 minutes long. And so I think if I did it again, I would make that max threshold of 3 minutes because I don't want to watch an 8-minute video. I told the students that with the TikTok video, they could actually do one where they were lip syncing to a song or one where they were just talking and using the different visual effects that are found in the TikTok video editor. Now with the lip syncing, I really liked what one of Dr. Jones's students did. She utilized a song and she utilized the lyrics of the song to show reflection over the y-axis.
Wait, stop, this doesn't make sense. Hold up, wait, who are you? I am you. I am me. No sir, you are you. Wait, I don't know. 2 is 2. Got 2 bust downs, diamonds blue. 5 million.
And so while it wasn't a math song, she found a creative way of actually showing what she knew about that math concept tied to a song on TikTok that was trending, and it all worked together, and it was very creative. As far as the rubric and how I graded this, most of the points came from the actual math content. If it looked like the student knew what they were talking about, then I gave them pretty much full credit. I even put on there, a cringy teacher would use your TikTok to help explain this concept. And then I gave them points for following the guidelines and requirements as well as creativity and effort. Originally, the guidelines and requirements were that 30 seconds to 60 seconds. It had to be an original video. You had to have permission from everybody that was in the video for them to be in the video, and then something else. I think I would probably switch that now with the creativity and effort, make that worth 15 points, whereas the followed requirements is worth 10 points. So you might be thinking, well, what if they only did a 5-second TikTok? Well, it might be hard for them to really show what they know and get that full points in the math category if it was only 5 seconds. So the actual time requirement is a very small part of the grade, but it does take a little bit of time to show that you actually understand that math concept. And so I wanted to show a few of the ones that my students had turned in, a little bit about the nature of a TikTok video, as a lot of it is very fast paced. And so I told the students, it's okay if you end up having text on the screen that I have to pause to be able to read it. That'll be fine because I know a lot of it, they may be trying to match the text on the screen with the music. And a lot of these may be using songs that are trending on TikTok. And so when students turn them in, I'm like, oh, okay, can you tell me a little bit about this song if it happens to be one that's trending? And then they explain how that video generally is done, how that trend generally goes on TikTok. So let's take a look at a few of the ones that students turned in.
Now you're the chosen one.
Just like the other men, I'm tired of walking around. Oh, like me, can't like to be human too. Oh,
Where can we start?
What does that mean? Anyone else so confused? I am confused.
We like music.
Oh Lord, Jesse made another one.
Walked in, 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 walked in.
Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood.
And here is an example of a student who turned one in that was not TikTok related, but I felt it was a good high quality video that showed what he knew. So going forward, I don't know if I would make this a test grade like I did. This was kind of like end of the year, remote learning, let's do something fun. I'm not gonna do a traditional final exam. I'm just gonna do one kind of fun project that will count as your last test grade. In the future, I'll probably make it maybe a quiz grade or some kind of formative grade. I would say that if you don't have a TikTok, before you do this, get a TikTok, play around with it. You don't have to have a public profile, but just get a feel for the platform. It's just general good practice. Whenever you are assigning any kind of tech assignment to students, you want to be able to play with it. It's okay, you don't have to be the expert. You probably aren't the expert. The students are the experts at this, but you want to have at least a framework of just how the platform works. Try making a video, try figuring out how to add text, try figuring out how to actually take a song and then do stuff with it. And you don't even need to make the video public. It's just for you to get that hands-on experience with the platform. So in addition to linking to Esther Burnett and Dr. Jones in the description, I also linked to the rubric if you would like. It has the rubric as well as the entire slideshow that I use to introduce this to the students. And so you can use that if you are still in your final weeks of distance learning, or if you are wanting to have a resource for next year to possibly do in your classroom. I talked about this project in a recent podcast as well. My podcast is called Stories from the Classroom. I'll link to that episode down in the description as well. That being said, my name is Thom Gibson. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you found it valuable and you would like to get more videos on how to create meaningful and memorable experiences for students in your middle school STEM classroom, then go ahead and hit subscribe. And YouTube thinks you might like this video as well. So if you want to check that out, it is available. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.